Hi. So here's Michael Hartmann again, CEO of the QBS Group, and I report out from the second day of Directions EMEA here in Milan. Whoever expected that there will be, major announcements coming from Microsoft during Directions would be disappointed, but I think in reality that has been the case already for the last Directions, that Microsoft is no longer waiting for big announcement to then be released during Directions. They do it over time and release these announcements as they go. So Mike Morton in his keynote basically summarized the three major announcements that they did in the past few weeks and months. One around the new certification that we all know and that we are already bringing to you with our QBS Academy around MB 800. Then the Bridge to Cloud offering, which is sort of the next extension or next version of the EP to CSP promotion that they had. And then the new publisher program, where Microsoft is basically pushing ISVs and partners to move all of their customization and all of the code that they produce into extensions, so that it gets easier also for Microsoft to support the core product. So these were the announcements. There was one announcement which was new. As you know, there was a limitation on the data size that you can migrate to BC Online. That is now gone, so there is no longer a 30 or which was lately 80 gigabyte restriction on moving data to BC Online, so that's completely gone. Of course, there are certain restrictions in the usage of large data on BC, but from a migration perspective, that is gone. So I think that was then also a great keynote with demos that we saw today, all around the fact how you can accelerate and simplify the onboarding process for your customers. Microsoft is doing a nice job to basically give that capability to partners, so you can customize or you can develop your own onboarding scripts and videos and screens and things that you want customers to do when they first use your product or when they then are in the product themselves. So I think that can really help to reduce the time to market and therefore build another or additional capacity, because that certainly was one of the main topics we have heard here in Directions, is how do we get more resource capacity? And quite frankly, that discussion typically led into a discussion around migration, because most of our partners have now a bit of a challenge, because their customers that have a legacy Business Central or NAV implementation are now asking, well, I want to go to the cloud, and how can you as my partner make sure that I get a modern cloud system? And we know this is not easy, even if you take the help from One Click Factory and our migration services. You have to have some resources to plan for it and to work with the customer on it. What we then hear a lot of partners say is that they really go for a lift and shift strategy. So first, you basically take your customer away from an on-premise deployment and you lift them into an hosted Azure environment, because then you can combine that with the Bridge to Cloud or EP to CSP program, and you already are, let's say, you can position that towards your customer as an already cloud solution, because you no longer have a data center, you are on a monthly subscription. So with that, you are already halfway through to the cloud, and that, as one partner stated to me, buys them time to then move along and prepare for a real BC Online or BC SaaS migration. So that was one of the typical topics that we discussed, and of course, from a QBS and One Click Factory perspective, we are here to help you, not only from a migration perspective, but if you want to deploy this lift and shift strategy, of course, we have the self-provisioning where we offer you on a fixed price a very automated way to move customers from an on-prem deployment into a hosted environment. So that was day 2, and now we're looking forward to hopefully a great community party that they do later on. And we will be back tomorrow with another summary. So you all have a fantastic day, and talk to you soon.